Today, I will discuss the film Jawbreaker. At Reagan High, three popular girls accidentally kill the prom queen with a jawbreaker during a botched kidnapping.
Oh my God.
The main characters are Courtney, Marcy, Liz, and Julie. These four girls are the queens of their school, and this girl's name is Fern. She is an outcast, and almost everyone at school bullies her. But one day, Liz helped the girl pick up her notebooks from the floor. Liz and Julie are best friends and kind-hearted, unlike Courtney. However, one day, Liz is attacked in her own bedroom. The kidnappers force a large lollipop into her mouth, tape it shut, and then place her in the trunk of a car before driving away. When the kidnappers remove their masks, it's revealed that they are Liz's friends playing a prank. Courtney takes pride in her clever idea. They stop at a local cafe and open the trunk, only to find Liz dead.
Oh my God. What happened to her?
She swallowed the candy and choked. The girls begin to panic. Courtney tries to calm them, insisting that crying won't bring Liz back. Julie suggests calling the police to confess, but Courtney warns that they would end up in jail. She urges her friends to act normal and return to school. First, Courtney pretends to be Liz's mother and calls the school to say Liz is sick and won't attend. At school, the girls act as if nothing has happened. The school principal asks Courtney to give Liz homework, but after class, Courtney learns that Fern will take homework for Liz. Courtney tells her friends that they should rush to Liz's house and put her body on the bed. Courtney devises a plan to make it look like Liz was murdered by someone else. She tears her friends' clothes to support her scheme. Julia insists on telling the police everything, but Courtney tells her to be quiet. At that moment, Fern walks into the house and overhears their conversation. Julia refuses to listen to Courtney and is determined to speak to the police. Courtney opens the door and sees Fern. Fern spots Liz's body and screams in terror. Courtney quickly reassures her, reminding Fern that she is an outcast at school and lacks friends. Courtney proposes that they become friends and start fresh. Her manipulation works, and Fern agrees to keep quiet about what she witnessed. The next day, the girl's parents discover Liz's body in her bedroom. The police launch an investigation. Courtney helps Fern transform into a more popular girl and gives her the name Violet. Julia approaches Courtney, stating that she plans to tell the police everything today. Courtney threatens her, warning that if she does, the three of them will accuse her of murder. During lunch, Courtney explains the ridiculous rules to Violet. For instance, they can't eat in front of others as it would harm their social status. However, Violet is willing to endure anything for popularity. Courtney teaches her how to interact with boys. After class, Julia meets a guy named Zach, who offers her a ride. She gives him her phone number, hoping he will call. Julie looks through her old photos and remembers that as children she and Violet were friends. She decides to call her and chat about the past. Violet is happy to receive the call, but soon Courtney calls her, and she ends the call with Julie. That evening, Courtney is enjoying time with a new guy when the police arrive. The detective starts questioning the girls, but they all remain silent. During the interrogation, Courtney acts selfishly, expressing sympathy for her friend, but showing no concern for the situation. The school reports the passing of a student, leaving Julie feeling upset about the situation. Meanwhile, Violet arrives at school and quickly gains popularity. Everyone assumes Violet is a new student. The girls are eager to befriend her and seek her advice. Courtney suggests that Violet should get a boyfriend and join a theater group. Julie approaches the group and greets Fern, but Fern asks her to call her Violet now. Later, Julie visits the theater and meets Zach, who confesses he likes her. He adds that he wouldn't have approached her if she hadn't stopped talking to Courtney. That evening, they go on a date and share a kiss. The following day, the detective interviews Violet. She mentions that Liz was the only kind person at school and considered her a hero. However, Violet realizes she has revealed too much and claims she and Liz were never friends and knows nothing about her death. That night, Violet has a nightmare about deceiving the detective. The next day, Courtney decides to protect herself and tells the detective that Liz frequently went to bars and brought home guys, suggesting one of them might have harmed her. Violet returns to school, acting confidently. She takes Julie's spot, gathers her classmates into her group, and tries to win over Julie's boyfriend in the theater club. However, Zach turns her down. Undeterred, Violet quickly finds another guy and asks to borrow his car. The next day, she arrives at school driving a flashy red car. Courtney is furious because Violet is stealing the spotlight. She takes Violet to the restroom and reminds her that she created her. However, Violet claims she is now the most popular girl in school and threatens to report Courtney to the police regarding Liz. Courtney is angered by this and decides to assert her dominance. Meanwhile, Julie confides in Zach about what really happened to Liz. She feels guilty, but knows that Courtney is the one responsible for Liz's death. Zach insists that Julie must inform the police. When Julie meets with a detective to share her story, he informs her that they have already arrested the person responsible for the murder. Julie realizes that Courtney has framed an innocent man to protect herself. Determined to see Courtney face consequences, Julie plans to expose her. The next day, Courtney shares an old photo of Violet around the school, revealing her true identity and causing Violet to lose her popularity. Only Julie supports Violet, reassuring her that she shouldn't feel guilty for succumbing to temptation. Violet comes to understand that being a good person is more important than being popular. Julie and Zach take her home and devise a plan to reveal Courtney's true nature. Julie discovers a postcard that records voices, which contains a confession from Courtney about the murder. At the prom, Courtney and her boyfriend are crowned king and queen, but Zach sneaks backstage and disrupts Courtney's performance, which is broadcasted to the entire school. As the truth comes out, the students turn against Courtney, and even her boyfriend abandons her. Justice finally catches up with Courtney, revealing her true character to everyone. The story concludes here.